Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. As you can see, a new name, Crackin Up, we've gone with instead of your weekly duo.
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah. New graphics, new schedule, all new, all fresh, nice animated screen. But we're back. Football's back. Premier League's back, and we're back with a bang. Miles, how you doing, mate?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Not bad, mate. Not bad. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a few questions of the old Twitter, so we'll be answering them. As I say, if you don't already, make sure to go over to our Twitter, check us out, and if you want us to answer any questions, make sure to put it over there. And you know what? It's not always about football, because the main reason why we wanted to change up, cracking up, it's a bit of banter, if you want live situation questions, funny scenarios you've had that you might need someone to, have a little laugh at or, read, then that's kind of what we're here for. But, we're both football fans, and that's what we're here to talk about mostly, yeah.
Well, the meaning behind the name, we just thought cracking up means like you're about to laugh.
Yeah.
You're laughing. That's what we're all about. We're just here to have a laugh, have a good time, give you some content, give you our opinions, other people's questions, all that good stuff. But yeah, no cameras and stuff like that. We're just going with
changed it.
a nice clean look. But we'll also be on Spotify as well. We've got a Spotify account, so we'll be uploading these podcasts to Spotify. So if you want to be out and about while listening to it, you can do. And you'll see all of our socials, whether it's the Cracking Up socials, whether it's Miles's socials or my socials. They'll be coming up on the screen, or they'll be down in the description as well. So yeah, let's get cracking with the podcast, mate. Premier League is back for us. We're recording this on Monday.
And do you know what? I'm absolutely buzzing.
So am I. I'm just hoping that, well, the Bundesliga, when that first came out, they never brought out the crowd, like the sound of the crowd from the speakers, and it was so dead. And then they did, and it just made it a little bit better. I know the fans weren't there, but it just made it that bit better. Felt like it was back, like proper football was back.
Yeah, but I think when we're watching German football as well, us, from watching English football, there's a big difference from the Premiership, even the Championship, to some of the quality in the Bundesliga. It's very, very different style of football. A lot of the big teams in England are used to European football, playing against European giants, and there's only really, Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich really that are used to playing in Europe mostly. But I think it'd be more interesting to see the Prem back.
Well, Leipzig are decent now.
What's that?
Leipzig are decent now. Beat Tottenham.
Yeah, Leipzig. And about Timo Werner, thoughts on that?
Well, it's not confirmed him going to Chelsea, but it's a release clause. If they buy it, there's nothing the club Leipzig can do.
I mean, isn't it a 50 mil?
That is cheap.
I mean, I know
an absolute
Liverpool
bargain.
We're really targeting Werner, but I mean, I just want to put this out there. Just you remember the name Nabil Fekir, all right? Liverpool were so interested in him, and I think they even got a few videos done. And do you know what? The same was with Nicolas Pepe as well. If you look back from last year, Liverpool were really, really interested in them two, Fekir and Pepe. And let's be honest, one's now a mid-table Spanish team, and the other is an absolute flop for Arsenal. Let's be honest. I mean, I know for a lot of players it takes that that one season to just get into the game and the new team, but can I see it with Nicolas Pepe? Absolutely not. I'm gonna say I've got a good friend of mine who's an Arsenal fan, and the day he signed, he got him signed on a shirt, and he said that's a thing he regrets. So yeah.
Yeah, he's got the talent, Pepe. Well, the thing is with Fekir in Liverpool, he actually passed his medical at Liverpool.
Yeah.
And then I think Liverpool just pulled the plug, changed their mind on it, which was bizarre. I don't know. He's quite injury prone. He's a bit lazy. Same with Pepe. He's lazy. They both have the talent.
Both came
but,
from French football as well.
Yeah. I just going from French football to the Premier League is tough. Because there's completely two different leagues. But Fekir would have been a great signing for Liverpool, I think. Just that playmaker. It's like a Havertz.
Well, there's news of Coutinho going back on loan, isn't there? Have you seen that on Twitter?
Yeah, he said he misses the club. Wants to go back to Liverpool. To be honest, I don't want him back. He forced a way out of Liverpool, faking a back injury.
He's good enough anymore for Liverpool. I think his confidence is
no, he's
gone.
not. No, he's not good enough. I don't think he is.
He's So yeah.
Yeah, so let's go over to the first question. Just shout out to Will Jeffs.
There you go. The Brummy man himself.
His question is, once again, make sure to tweet us. Our links down in the description, or leave them down in the comments if you want to ask any questions for the next episode. But from Will Jeffs, he asks opinions on Newcastle takeover. Would your opinion be different if you were a Newcastle fan yourself?
I think definitely. I mean, I think if you would have said to a Man City fan many years ago, are you going to take this? 10, 20 years time, top dogs in England, would you take that where the point they were? You'd take it. You'd absolutely snatch out of the hand. I think, Newcastle aren't a bad football team. Signed some good players. Alan St-Maximin, he's a good footballer. He needs to get his head properly in the game, I think, of English football. But he could be a good footballer. João Linton, interesting signing. Still not yet to prove it.
He's dreadful.
I think they need to get a few players like John Joe Shelby out the club, to be honest. Because, when he was at Liverpool and he's known really for having a bit of a bad attitude, I think that's something that Steve Bruce needs to nip in the bud, really.
Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, my mum actually went out for a drink with Steve Bruce. That is a fun fact there. That's a fun fact. She said he was a laugh. So yeah, I know we both stream on Twitch, and our links will both be down below. And we know there's a lot of Newcastle fans on Twitch. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, there is a lot.
And they're one of the most passionate sets of football fans in English football. I'd say similar to Sunderland. I just think from the northeast, there's just something about they are hungry for football, and we've seen it even in the documentaries of Sunderland Till I Die. If you've not watched that, I would 100% recommend it. It's fantastic.
That's great.
But on back to Newcastle, both very good fans, and do I think they'll get it? I don't think they will, to be honest. Do I hope they get it? I do hope they get it. I watch 13th. I watch Knutsford FC. They're my team. We're absolutely dreadful. But you know what? If someone said to me, we will buy out your football club, I'd absolutely snatch it. I wouldn't want them to go as Salford have, with being a kind of a tourist attraction, wouldn't you say? Salford are now with people coming over, United fans, and know the fact that there's who's it? Gary Neville goes to the games and stuff, because I know Scholes owns it. Yeah. And you know what? Fair play to Gary Neville. He has put a lot of work into that football club, and what he's got out of it is really deserved. But I just don't get the atmosphere with Salford, and for me, that's why with such a low league team, that's kind of, you don't really want to destroy the fact that it's quite a small club and it needs to grow by itself. And with Newcastle, they're just a massive football club. They are well known across Europe. Of course, the movie Goal, which, can I just say, you haven't even watched. You haven't even watched Goal. You don't even know Santiago. Is it Munez or something? What an absolute!
Are you asking me?
What an absolute baller. But yeah, they're a big team, and I hope they do get it. I hope they do.
The thing, apparently, they might not be getting it due to just TV rights in Saudi Arabia and stuff or something like that. Anyway, yeah, but if Newcastle get this, they can attract just some good players. Like Coutinho's meant to be. Well, there's a rumor that he might be going to Newcastle. Because PSG have confirmed that Cavani and Thiago Silva are leaving.
Yeah, I know Cavani.
PSG.
Yeah, the contract's run now.
Yeah, so they've confirmed that they're both leaving, so they'll both be on a free, and it's rumoured that Newcastle might be getting Cavani, which would be insane
That'd be a big
for them.
yeah.
But yeah, Mike Ashley he's something else, isn't he? He's such an idiot. It's unfair on all the Newcastle fans.
Yeah.
Him just money grabbing and not spending anything on the club. But they need him out the club at first. Steve Bruce, he loves the club, so he could be the man to. I thought Rafa was, to be honest. I think Rafa was the best manager they'll probably get. But I think Steve Bruce, because he loves the club, he's got a passion for the club. I think he can take them to the next level, so like mid-table, at least.
Take time, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Well, we say that. Look at Sheffield United.
Yeah,
that's mental. That is mental.
It doesn't matter what sort of squad you got, because look at Leicester, when they won the league. Look what Sheffield are doing. Look what Wolves have done. Wolves have got a better team, yeah, but Burnley have been in the Premier League doing their style of football with Sean Dyche for years now. For a few years. It's what is it, about 5 years?
Yeah.
Playing the same football, and it got them to the Europa League, and not even, well, I think that they weren't doing that well at the start of the season. Same with Watford, but they're doing all right now. But yeah, thing is with Saint Maximin, there's just something about him. It's like Neymar. There's just something about him. Obviously, we know Neymar's incredible. I think he needs to
adapt really to English football.
He does. He does. The Newcastle fans love him.
Yeah.
He's just got that. Like, there's something about it. It's something he could carry a team if he really stuck in and adapted to Premier League football and just worked hard. That's all Newcastle fans want, is a player to work hard. To be fair, Manquillo does put a shift in. He's not the best technically. He's not the best technically.
I remember watching him. I was able to actually watch him on his Liverpool debut years ago. I remember I was sitting in the Kop actually. We got free tickets for the game, and I think it was a friendly against Borussia Dortmund. But we were sitting in the Kop, and you'd just hear people around you going, "Who's that new Spanish kid? He's all right." And he was good he's good with his feet. I mean, is he a starting fullback in the Premiership worthy?
For Newcastle, yeah. I mean, they have DeAndre Yedlin.
Yeah. But that what was the left back called? Jetro Williams, is it?
Jetro Williams, I rate him.
What goal he scored at Anfield?
I know. I rate him.
It was a great goal.
He was good at PSV.
Yeah, it's a great goal.
But with Newcastle, they have some good players. Like, well, they bought Jolinton. He was meant to be a great sign.
Well, I mean, that was Hoffenheim's replacement for Firmino, wasn't it?
For Rondon.
No. When Liverpool bought Firmino from Hoffenheim,
Jolinton was meant to be his replacement.
Yeah, he was his replacement. So I mean, I know he's a lot younger than Firmino. I'll actually have a look how old he is.
Well, it's meant to be such a good sign. It's like 35 mil. That's a lot spending for
23. So
for Newcastle, he's done terrible, absolutely terrible. And if I don't even know how many goals he's got. I think he went like 12 games.
I've got a mate of mine who's he's a Rochdale fan, and when Rochdale played Newcastle this season, he was at the game. And he came back to me, and I remember I was speaking to him, and he just said that Jolinton, he's dreadful. Yeah, he's bad. Watching a half decent Premiership team there, and he's saying he's dreadful. Their striker.
He's since they brought back Gale into the starting 11, they started winning.
I mean, he's a good footballer, and he's like Gale. I mean, I don't want to remind you, but he always used to have a game against Liverpool, didn't he? But even like one of my best mates is a United fan, and I remember just sitting down with him, watched a few games, and one game I watched with him was United versus Newcastle at Old Trafford, and I can remember watching Dwight Gale I think he scored a goal. He was quality. And I think Newcastle went like 2-0 up in that game or something. But I think Dwight Gale's a really good footballer.
He's not bad. He's
And
just.
do you know
I
what
think
I
he's
think's
just.
very good and very underrated as well? Ayew from Crystal Palace.
I mean, that goal he scored was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's mental.
Thing is with Dwight Gale, he's like a Ross McCormack. Well, when Ross McCormack was decent, he's a really good striker, but only in the Championship.
Yeah.
He's not good enough for the Premier League. I don't know where Ross McCormack is now, but he was at like Fulham, Aston Villa, teams like that were in the Championship. I don't know where it is now, but Gale's like that. I'd say he's good. He's a good striker, but only for like Championship.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players like that.
He's at where's he at now? I've looked. I'm on his Wikipedia now. He's at
who? Ross McCormack.
He's at Motherwell on loan.
There you
go.
He's crap now.
Yeah, he played for Leeds, didn't he? Because I know.
Oh yeah, was it
Leeds?
Leeds? Leeds. Who did I say? Leeds. Aston Villa and Fulham. They were the teams he played for in the Championship.
And Cardiff.
And he just banged goals in all the time. But going to another question, we've got Juddy19X. Shout out to him. What's your opinion on lower leagues being decided early compared to the top tier ones due to COVID-19?
Well, you know, I watch Nuts at FC, as I say. We're absolutely dreadful. When he's asking low, I don't think he means this low. I know we are low, and to be honest, I've not even heard anything about our league. The thing with us is you either have a look on Twitter and it's out on there, or it's in the newspaper. So I haven't heard anything yet. I'll have to go down to Manchester Road and have a little word and see what's going on, because I haven't heard much. But that kind of goes on to another question that's being asked, doesn't it? Really relates to another question.
They said ages ago that lower league was just scrapped. So I don't know whether he means lower league or League 1, League 2.
Well, no,
but what's happening with the Championship?
Well, Championship, I think, is in the same boat.
Have they not said anything?
No, I think it's in a similar boat to the Prem, to be honest with you. But we know Plymouth Argyle have gone up alongside with Crewe and Swindon, and the playoff.
That's from League 2 to League 1.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not sure actually about the conference. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, isn't York top of the conference?
No, that's not the conference. No.
Oh.
No, but
and who was from League 1?
Coventry have gone up.
I know Coventry.
I'm not sure on the others actually. I know Coventry.
Well, Bolton went down to League 2.
Yeah, Bolton went down.
I think that, to be honest, they'll go down again.
Stevenage have gone down for now.
Yes,
Stevenage. But all depends if they take a few cheeky points of Macclesfield, which I'm hoping they don't, because I'm hoping to get a Macclesfield season ticket next year, and Scunthorpe away and Bolton away will be a dream.
Well, I reckon Bolton, now that they're in League 2, I think that they'll either go down again or go bust. It's got to be one or the other. So imagine Bolton in the National League.
I know. As I say, if you boys, for a few, from my stream and stuff, we are, an absolute OG. Dan, who's a mate of mine as well, who's a Bolton season ticket holder, and just got a feel for him. Really, I've got a feel for him, and he goes Bolton home and away on his own. He was going last year and stuff, home and away, and watching them lose 4 or 5-0 every week and stuff.
They're playing the kids though. They're just getting stomped every week.
With the kids, do you know what? I think they've got the best support. They had the best support in League 1 last year, I'd say. Even though each week they were, mate. Did you see them when they were going down to like Portsmouth and stuff? They were selling out.
Well,
they've got very supportive fans.
Speaking of Portsmouth, they were in a very similar boat to what Bolton are in now. They were in the Premier League, slowly went down to League 2, looking like they were going to go bust, and now They're aren't they in the Championship now? Gone up now with the Coventry.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one.
I think they have. So now I think they're back in the Championship. I do like Portsmouth. They're not bad.
I know they sold Jamal Lowe, which was a very good footballer for them. And I think he's gone to Wigan, which was interesting, yeah. I was actually having a look at Wigan. They've actually got a few decent youngsters. I think they've got 2 fullbacks that are very promising for Wigan. So, yeah, watch out for that.
Doesn't Jamie Carragher's son play for Wigan?
I'm not sure on that.
But yeah, speaking of Judy's question, I'm not honestly not like I don't know how to decide why they've decided to do that.
Table,
to be honest,
isn't it? I think that's how they handled
Say again?
points per game. Actually, points per game. I think was how they handled it. Plymouth, Swindon, and Crewe all deserve to go up. I was looking out at League Two and stuff, and them 3 teams were running riot. I actually saw this Swindon team in Waitrose in Knutsford. I did.
Oh.
I saw them all, so I said hello, and that was it. I think I don't know what they're buying, but it definitely wasn't an egg and cress sandwich. But yeah.
Well, we'll come back to the question. What's your opinion in the lower leagues being decided early compared to the top tier ones? So I don't know why. I haven't looked into it too much. Why they've decided to do the lower leagues and not the Premier League? Do you know the reason?
No, I don't know the reason on that, but I'm not sure. The Prem's back, and now that the Premier League's coming back, and so is the Championship.
Is the Championship back this weekend?
I don't know the exact date, but I know that the Prem and the Championship are in a similar situation.
Yeah. Well, this is recorded on the Monday. The Premier League is back on Wednesday.
City Arsenal.
And it starts with it starts off with Aston Villa Sheffield. What do you think the score will be for that? I mean, be hard to say with you can't even predict anything.
I think it'll be 0-0. I think it'll be boring.
Do you know what? Could be a shout that because they're both boring teams. So
I mean, the thing is, Aston Villa, they've got Tyrone Mings. He's a good footballer.
Got a good team.
Good footballer. I mean, that Trezeguet's been all right, hasn't he?
Yeah. Well, they've spent like 112 million or something.
Sheffield are doing very well, but will they perform against Aston Villa the first game back? I can't see it. I think it'll just be 0-0. To be honest.
The thing is with Aston Villa, they spent I think it was 112 million or something, but they brought in 12 and sold 12, so it evens it out a little bit. But they've got a good team, but it's just not gluing together. Heaton's decent. They've got Pepe Reina. I don't know. He's on loan, isn't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know whether the loan it must get extended anyway till the end of the season. But yeah, I think it'll be
actually very good. Nyland for Aston Villa. I think he's Norwegian goalkeeper.
Oh yeah, I know.
And yeah, but
I think it'll be
solid goalkeepers there in Tom Heaton, Pepe Reina, and that Nyland.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll be a boring game as well, but I think it'll be 1-1. That's what I'm gonna go with.
1-1. Okay.
But that kicks off at 6 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
Wednesday the 17th, and then the 8:15 game is Manchester City against Arsenal at Etihad. At the Etihad. If Arsenal win and Liverpool win against Everton on Sunday, Liverpool win the league. That's right, isn't it?
I think so.
Pretty sure that's right.
Alexa's going off there.
Come on, you Gunners.
What an absolute nightmare.
Say again?
Sorry, my Alexa was going off then. I don't know. I think she set an alarm. I had my chicken an hour ago, so I don't know why that's going off now. But, I mean, I think, do you want me to be honest?
Honestly, Man City are going to batter them.
4-5-0 City.
Yeah, they're going to batter them.
They're going to absolutely do him.
if Aubameyang leaves as well, Aubameyang's rumoured, but Arteta said he's confident in him staying, but
I mean,
I wouldn't
Arteta's
blame him if
done
he
well,
leaves.
hasn't he, since he's joined
He has.
Arsenal, but
He has. He's a good manager.
yeah, he is.
He's a good manager. But yeah, City are going to stomp all over them. I just think they will.
I agree with that.
They're too good. Got too good of a team, I think. They're at home. I mean, City don't have the best like home atmosphere, but you know, they're still at home. But I think it's going to be. I'm going to watch it anyway.
I was saying this about City. You know, where I am, there's a lot of young City fans. And I think the thing with City is, you know, United were obviously the biggest team in Manchester for so long, and a lot of people have just gone over, you know, bit of glory going on there, but gone over to City, started watching them, and I think that's why this is the younger generation now, which will help. You know, people saying, "Oh, you've got bad atmosphere and stuff." I think it's the younger generation now that are watching City because that's their boyhood club.
Mm-hmm.
And not many Man City fans could say the same about that. So, to be honest, I think all this, you know, about atmosphere, when we're in our mid ages, I don't think that'll be a thing. I think
Well, on Friday we've got Norwich, same times as Wednesday. Norwich, Southampton, Tottenham, Man U. I think Man U win that one. Win that one. Yeah, it's at Tottenham Hotspur ground.
Dele Alli ain't playing.
Is he not?
I heard that, but I'm not sure how true it is. Harry Kane, is he?
Is he back yet? He must be.
But you've got Son. The thing is,
he's finished his military now, hasn't he?
Pardon?
He's finished his military. He done it over lockdown, didn't he? Military service.
Literally amaze any football club he plays against. He is. Yeah. There's no other footballer in the world like Heung-min Son. He's different.
Different gravy.
Honest to God, he is mental, and I think next summer, I'm just gonna put this out here now. In a year's time, we'll probably be looking at this and think, well, you know, what's he saying that about for? But I think Jurgen Klopp will target him next year. I know he's getting older, but I think Jurgen Klopp will target him. He's his kind of footballer, you know. They've gone out and got Takumi Minamino, who is. What are you laughing at?
Minamino?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
You can't say that.
What do you mean?
You can't. He's not been given a chance yet.
I didn't like him when he was at Salzburg.
Yeah, but you didn't watch him.
I did watch him.
Yeah.
All the Champions League.
Right, in a few Champions League games. Did you watch him?
A few.
At Anfield?
The whole group stage. Yeah, I did watch him at Anfield.
And did he not blow you away?
He didn't blow me away. He was decent.
He blew me away more than Haaland. Honest to God.
Fair enough.
Even that Hwang for Salzburg, he blew me away more than Haaland did.
Well, Minamino's 25.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I thought he was a lot older when we were a lot younger when we were signing.
I thought he was about 20.
So he's not exactly young for him to develop.
I just think he's being played out of position for Liverpool. I think Liverpool have bought him and kind of.
He's a cam, really.
No, I think Liverpool have brought him in and tried to play him as an attacking midfielder, and that's not really, you know, what he's used to. And I think that's the same with Naby Keita as well, because looking back when Keita was at Leipzig, he was playing as a right winger a lot of games as well. And yeah, I think, you know, we know about Naby Keita. He's not played up to what he should do at Liverpool. But again, you know, for a lot of footballers, it takes that year. It's been a year now. Naby Keita, is he good enough? Who knows? I don't think so.
The thing is, with Liverpool, the way when they've bought players, they've always made money on them. Like even now with the players that they've got, for their market value now, they've made money. But Keita's the one that they haven't made money on. That they've made a loss, like the only one in a long time. So the recruitment of Liverpool has been outstanding, but Keita Keita's been a little bit of a flop, really.
Well, I mean, he's 25 years old, so he is the same age as Minamino, right? And let's be honest, he's levels above Minamino for being the same age.
He is.
So I just think give him a bit more time. To be honest, I'd say loan him out back to Leipzig. I think that'd be a move for even if they did it for 6 months, just get him back out for a short loan in Germany. And getting first team football, even if they just something that's like Borussia Mönchengladbach, he'd be starting there.
You wouldn't even get in the team in there, to be honest, because they have Hoffman and Patrick Herrmann. So
and you're saying Navigator wouldn't get in over them?
Oh, you're talking about Navigator? I thought you were on about Minamino.
No, I was on about Navigator. I think loan him out to Germany again. I think even if it's for 6 months a year, that'll do.
Well, I think it depends whether Lallana extends his contract, because his contract runs out, doesn't it? This summer.
Yeah, and
so
it
depends. I think it depends, because if Lallana leaves, he'll need Keita for depth.
The thing is, right, which I will say is Adam Lallana lives local to where I live. He lives in this town, and that's similar with Henderson, and Milner lives just outside of our town as well. I know Lallana is seen around Knutsford a lot. I don't think he wants to move away from Knutsford. I think if he's going to move clubs, he's going to move to Leicester, and that's the furthest
it's not
away.
Far from Knutsford.
Well, no, because Danny Drinkwater lives in Knutsford when he was playing for Leicester. So I think that's the move where Lallana will go. I think he will go to Leicester.
So you're in between Liverpool and the Midlands, aren't you?
Nah, I'd say southeast from Manchester and southwest from Liverpool.
Yeah, but it's not far from the Midlands, Knutsford. It's not that far.
It is. It takes about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not that far.
What does it take for you? About 2 hours?
Yeah, it's not that far.
I'd say, I mean, I'm only 30, 40 minutes away from Liverpool. And I'd say 20, 25 minutes away from Manchester. So
you go to Manchester more, don't you?
To be honest, I don't really go out. I'm a bit boring, mate, to be honest. But you can get the train to Manchester. If I was going out right with the boys, which rarely, let's say, rarely happens, it'd probably be to Chester. I actually put a TikTok on. I don't do much TikTok, but I'll put a video on about my experience at Chester Domino's. So that when the socials come up, check us both out on TikTok, and you'll be able to see the disastrous pizza.
My TikTok is currently on the screen now. All my socials are on the screen currently.
Yeah, so check them out. Yeah. So right, what's the next question?
Next question from Mr. Yorkie Will.
Oh yeah. It's in the name.
What?
In the name.
The question is in the name. Yep. Wouldn't mind your opinion on York currently sat in first place being denied promotion.
Right. Well, I as I say, I'm not really. I don't know so much about this league, but I know a lot of season ticket holders for Altrincham, and also a mate of mine plays for Chester, which are on the same league. I know York are currently sat at the top, and I've heard that they're being denied promotion, which I just can't get my head around. Because I know a lot of
they're scrapped though, aren't they? All the lower leagues are scrapped.
I know. Well, like I was saying, I know Altrincham season ticket holders that I was speaking to, and they're just saying, York were different this year. They played very good football, and for that to just be nothing, it's pointless. So I think this is a moment now where something needs to change, because that's not fair, is it? If you're just denying the title to a team, because that was a thought that was going to happen to Liverpool for a while. Yeah. People were just saying, they've waited so many years and not even going to get it. Fortunately for Liverpool, it's back in the matter of days now, the Prem. But for York, yeah, it's not fair. And that that needs to be changed. That needs to be changed, but I think it's too late.
Well, I thought didn't they scrap all the lower leagues, so they just restart next season.
I'm not sure on that one, as I say. I know a lot about Knutsford and.
So it wouldn't be just York; it'd be all the
Oh yeah,
other
no,
leagues.
I play for Northwich Vicks, the youth team. They're quite a good football club, playing similar to Witten Albion as well. They're like the biggest teams around here, other than Macclesfield Town, which are big in League Two. But I believe if York would go up, I think that would be leading into the conference then. So
So they're the league lower,
yeah,
right?
yeah, league lower. But York are a good football club. York are good. I actually remember watching York when I was a kid, and what's actually funny because I think I was just chilling in Will's stream, and I was just speaking to him, and he said, "Oh yeah," because it came across that I live local to Northwich, Victoria, which back I'd say 15 years ago, we were a very good football club. It was really looking positive for them, and they had financial problems with owners and stuff. And do you know what's funny? I was at the Northwich York game. We were at the exact same game when he came down to Northwich, and yeah.
So they're in the National League North, which is it must be. Is it the one below the actual National League? Is because that'll be all around the country. Is it below that then? Is it like north and south?
I'd have to have a little research on that. But I know that they're playing a good league because I know Altrincham had an away day to Portsmouth. I actually had the chance to go, and I turned it down.
Altrincham are fifth.
Yeah, no, they're in the same league. Yeah, I had a chance to go. I think it was in the FA Cup. Yeah, and I turned that down. Would have been a good away day, but Altrincham are a good football club. They're good, and York are a very good football club, similar to Chester as well. So yeah. It's interesting. I don't think it's fair at all on York, because
No.
from what I've heard from
Well, it's not fair.
fans,
It's not fair in any of the teams.
from what I've heard, they've
but,
really deserved it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't just let York go up because they deserved it.
I mean, they went on
it's the same with all the other leagues. You have to. It's every league. So they're gonna decide it through. I think every non-league team, every non-league sorry. Whether what happens to it. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know whether it was confirmed, but pretty sure that because I've not heard anything from Marine or anything like that. I know Marine aren't as high as York, but I think whatever happens to the league that York in will happen the same to Marine.
Yeah.
So whatever happens happens in York's league, it'll be in that league. You can't just let York go up and then no other teams.
Well, no, it'd mess it up, wouldn't it? Because who would go down then as well?
Exactly.
It would mess with the figures and the numbers of.
So I think it actually, I would say scrap it.
It's not fair.
Just restart, but yeah, but it is not. It isn't fair.
It's not fair for everyone though.
No, but they have scrapped the League One, League Two, and they've got promotion. So it is. If you're looking at it from that point of view, it isn't fair. So I think they should do exactly what they say. Exactly what League One and League Two has been. Scrap it. Play the playoffs. I don't know whether they have playoffs in that league, but just if there is, play the playoffs. Lowest teams get relegated. And the highest teams get promoted. Same as League One and League Two. I think that's the best way. Just because they've already done it for League One and League One, League Two, they kind of have to do it for the rest of the leagues, apart from Championship and Premier League. I think because I don't know why they haven't done it for them, but yeah, I don't know what the best option is, but that's just my opinion. But do you know what? Shout out the guy who made this screen, Paper Frogs. What a man! Shout out to him make sure to follow him on Twitter, paper_frogs. His link will be down below as well.
Unbelievable job.
Because he made.
Unbelievable job.
Yeah, he made this screen. All this animation and design you're seeing on the screen right now is designed by him. And shout out Lewis as well. He made the new logo. We'll put his link down in the description. His Twitter, because he made our logo. Shout out to them too. Just wanted to get that out there. I think they deserve the little shout out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they've done a great job on the whole rebranding of the channel was because we wanted to make it different, really. From having face screens, we needed screens of others. We just needed to be a bit more professional, and now we can just sit back, relax, have a drink, have a bit of banter, talk about football, and chill a lot more. And I think I think you guys watching it could chill more as well.
Yeah, you don't have to, like, the thing is with when we had the cameras, you kind of have to watch it.
Yeah.
The podcast is not really, you can watch it, or you don't have to. Well, you don't have to watch it anyway, but I just feel like you were sort of had to watch it. But with now, you can just listen to it. Listen to wherever you are, with it being on Spotify and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure to follow us on there as well. All the links will be down below anyway. If you can't find anything. But going on to the next question, we've got 2 more questions left. It's from we'll only cover this briefly because I'll read the question out first. But opinions on advancements of sport technology, and if it has had a positive or negative impact. With technology advancing, it is giving advance to higher tier teams who can afford it and making it harder for lower teams. Lower tier teams to continue to improve and compete. That's just on that. If the football club can't afford it, the football club can't afford, or the league can't afford it. They can't afford it.
Yeah,
simple as that.
I think we massively touched on VAR and stuff in the first ever podcast we ever did. And me as being a referee myself, you kind of need that sometimes. But I think what we talked about a lot in that video, from what I can remember, is why aren't the referees in the Premiership going up and having a look at the screen? Because we've rarely seen that.
We've only seen it a couple of times. First we have spoke about this, but first guy to do it was Michael Oliver at Selhurst Park against Arsenal. When Aubameyang snapped Max Meyer, I think it was.
That challenge, wasn't it?
It was a terrible challenge. And when I seen that on Match of the Day, when Michael Oliver went over, I was like, hallelujah. Finally, they're going over to the bloody side screen.
It's definitely needed.
There's a lot of things. We can only briefly talk about it because we've spoken about it in much depth.
There's 25 minutes
episode.
Of us completely talking about this. So if you haven't already, make sure to check that out because it is really a good video, and it's actually our most viewed video as well. And it's me touching up really about refereeing. Me being a youth referee, and some experiences, and yeah, I'd definitely say give that a watch because I'd say that's been from when we were called Your Weekly Duo. I'd say that's by far the best video we did.
Yeah, probably. It's the most interesting one anyway because VAR is a very interesting topic. Doesn't get spoke about anymore because of the COVID and stuff like that, but it will get brought back up. But yeah, so we're not going to talk about that in depth because we've done a full episode on it. But actually going back to the actual question, which is about lower leagues. So yeah, if they can't afford it, they can't afford it. But it's just it's just how it is, isn't it? They're just gonna have to deal with it until especially now, because there's literally no income. It's gonna be even more of a struggle to even get it.
Technology's hard. I mean, I remember watching on the TV. correct me if this is wrong. I think it was Plymouth versus Bristol Rovers, I believe, in either the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. I remember, I think it was definitely over the line or something, and the referee said no, or it might have been League Two. I don't know, whatever. But it was definitely a game that happened this year, and it was Plymouth and Bristol Rovers, and they can't really have that sort of technology because that is they've got a lot of money still. I mean, look at Plymouth; they've just been promoted to League One, got a great manager, got some great players, and I just think, do they need VAR and stuff in that league? I mean, they've not really had any problems so far this season, and even though I do, young youth football and stuff, to be honest, I don't really need VAR that much. I think it's when it gets to the big competitions, the real fast-paced football, where it's that elite that people, even the best referees about can't even catch up with it all. I think that's when it needs to be, brought in.
It can't be. Nothing's perfect straight away.
No.
So it just needs time.
But yeah, we definitely touched up a lot on that. So I'd make sure to definitely go and have a little look at that because it was a good video.
It was a good video. So the fifth and final question is from ex Succo. Being an Everton fan, it was inevitable that he was going to ask a question like this. Will Everton get top 4 in the next 5 years?
Right, I like Everton. I think they've got some good players, like Richarlison. Pickford, I think, is good. I know a lot of people disagree with that. I think he's a good, strong goalkeeper. I think Yerry Mina's a solid centre back as well. I think who was it they had on loan last year from Chelsea?
Oh no,
Zuma, that's it. He was good, and I think they should have really gone out and bought him, to be honest, because
he didn't want it. He wants to stay. He wants to fight for his place at Chelsea, so he didn't even want to go back to Everton.
Well, I think that's where Everton should have come out, with and just said, look, we've got a bit of money here for you to come and really start the rebuild of Everton because they used to dominate Europe, and saying, do you think they'll get top 4 in the next few years? I'd like to see them, really getting into the Europa League to then really fight for even a fifth place. But top 4, I can't see that possible. I think that's the same with Arsenal as well. I can't see that possible really in the next 5 years.
Well, I think Everton will get Europa League in the next 5 years. The thing is, when Everton buy players, you're like, oh, that's a good signing now. But
I mean, Lucas Digne was a very good signing.
They just, a lot of their signings have been very good, but they just turn out to be.
That was a good sign at the time.
Exactly. Schneiderlin was a good signing.
I actually. I think Schneiderlin needs to move on, and do you know what? To be honest, I think he'd probably be best to go and play for a lower league French football team. I don't think he's got it. He did it at Southampton. He had it at Southampton. He should never. I mean, it'd be easy for me to say he should have never left that Southampton team, but realistically, he needed to move on, and I just think United wasn't the right move. I think he should have gone to.
Should have gone to Everton then, mind you. Really?
I don't know.
I think again, like Moise Keane, another great signing.
Oh yeah, it was a great signing, wasn't it? But why are they going out buying Moise Keane when they've got wingers? Obviously.
Cenk Tosun.
Yeah, Tosun. He's on loan at Palace, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that was a great signing for them because Cenk Tosun was banging the goals in for the
he was running right, wasn't he, in the Champions League, and then it's all went Pete Tong.
Yeah, you've got who else is there? Mina was a decent signing from Barcelona,
a big signing.
He's not the best. Andre Gomez has been a very good signing, to be fair.
They've got Jibril Sidibe on loan. I think the thing with Everton is last year I think they signed too many players, to be honest, who did that. they don't know each other. I think that was.
They do have too many players. Like look at Vlasic and Klassen. They've all moved on already.
Yeah.
So it's like they are buying too many players. They just need to build. Like you've got Charles, you've got Calvert-Lewin.
Good season.
I really do think
Mason Holgate had a good season as well. I'd say. I think.
Yeah, he's not bad to be fair.
Alex Iwobi he's been awful, hasn't he?
He's been awful, yeah. He was just a panic buy because they couldn't get Zaha. But
Tom Davies has gone so downhill as well.
He was never good.
He was.
Because he had one good game against Man City.
He was getting good.
No, he's one of the worst footballers I've ever seen, and I watch not a lot of Everton games.
One of the worst.
Maz, I watch nearly every Everton game that's on the telly. He is dreadful. He's so bad.
He'd be best off to move down, really. It's like, to be honest, Sheffield Wednesday or something. That'd be good move for him. Gbamin was a good signing.
Yeah, well, he's only played like 3 matches and then he got injured. I think he's out for the rest of the year.
One player I'd say Everton need to get rid of is Michael Keane.
Yeah, he's not the best. Not good enough. Again, he had an unbelievable season at Burnley. Went to Everton, flopped. Walcott, he was going downhill slightly anyway at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Now he's dreadful at Everton. Who's another one? Sigurdsson. I think he's got worse in Swansea. He was quality.
Yeah, he's very good. Yeah,
it was a very good signing for how much was it? 50 million.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a very good signing, or 40 million it might have been. But he's flopped as well. A lot of Everton players like him, but he's too slow on the ball. He's not the same player anymore.
No,
he's not the same player. But there's a lot of players that have flopped at Everton, and Everton need to get something right. I don't know what it is. They just needs to be some sort of gel. But the thing is, when Marco Silva got sacked, Duncan Ferguson came in as the interim manager. And I think Duncan Ferguson should have been the main man to get the job because he loves Everton. He used to play for Everton. He was the assistant manager for a few years or a year or whatever it is. And they got some good results. They won against Chelsea, drew against Man U, I think, away. Everyone loved him.
Back onto it. Can you see Everton getting top 4? No. I can't.
From the way they're going, no. But yeah, I think they'll get Europa League, but not top 4. But yeah, like Duncan Ferguson, I said at the time he should have got the job, but the fact that they got Ancelotti in, obviously Ancelotti's a lot better, a lot more experience, and he's got very similar football. Everton, I'm not. The thing is with Everton, when they got rid of David Moyes is not a type of manager to play football, proper football from the back and stuff like that. He grinds for a win, gets like a stuck-in team, and that's what Everton have always been. But when they brought in like Roberto Martinez, Ronald Koeman, Marco Silva, these are all trying to play football, which Everton aren't really. To be honest, they've always played like 2 DMs, and then after David Moyes, which is not good. Everton have always been like a 4-4-2 team, and then when Duncan Ferguson came in, he went 4-4-2. They're playing so much better, getting stuck in, high press, all this. And Ancelotti's the same. He's a 4-4-2 man, very old school, and that's the way Everton should play. But the thing is with Ancelotti, he's one of them managers, the same as Duncan Ferguson. Like stuck in, like David Moyes, stuck in, grind a win, but also he plays a bit of football as well. He makes them play a bit of football as well. But Martinez, Koeman, and Marco Silva, they weren't stuck in. They were just a play, nice football type manager, which is wrong. So I think having Duncan Ferguson as the assistant now with Ancelotti would be class for them. They just need to. I think he's just Ancelotti's old now, so he's just there to get them up like to the next level a little bit, and then they'll get a better
I
manager
think,
in.
I
But the
think
rumour
he'll,
to get
I think
like,
he'll get fed up though. To be honest.
I think he will. I don't think for Ancelotti, Everton was not the right move.
No.
But it's money anyway.
Yeah.
But there's rumours of like there's rumours of Alan from Napoli going there following Ancelotti. There's rumours of Rabiot, but apparently
I mean,
Rabiot
he's
is
the second most paid footballer in Italy.
who Alan
No, Rabiot.
is he
He's been awful.
after Ronaldo probably.
He's been awful.
Yeah, he's got an attitude as well. So
Well, I think that's why
he's got the
that's
talent.
why Liverpool weren't going for him, because I think he's actually a bit of a Liverpool fan, and a lot of people were saying if Liverpool make the move, then that's the place where he wants to go. But yeah, I think it's the attitude problem.
I think Everton should go for. I mean, it'd be hard to go for Nathan Ake because he's rumored to go to Man City and stuff.
Yeah,
And Chelsea, back to
do
Chelsea.
City need
So
a Nathan Ake? Because
probably not.
no, do you know what I think?
Um,
A good move for Ake would be to Chelsea.
Yeah, back to Chelsea, I would say.
That's the best thing, I think.
But Man City do need a centre back.
Yeah, but not a Nathan Ake
they're after
standard centre back. To be honest, Soyuncu would be the best for them.
Yeah, they're after Soyuncu and Skriniar. So, but Laporte's decent.
That
but,
Milan Skriniar's very decent for Inter.
Yeah, but the thing is, if Everton can get Ake, that's a very good sign for them. It just depends whether Everton make him worse. Also, Ryan Fraser, his contract is running out as well. Get him on a free. He's better than Iwobi. He's better than Walcott. Get him on a free. He's only 25. Get him on a free.
Looking back to what we said before, I'd say he's on a similar level to Naby Keita. Would you agree with that?
Who?
Fraser. Yeah.
Fraser. In what way?
I'd say on a similar level of standard.
Probably. They're two very different players.
Well,
so
yeah, but I'm just saying they are. I think
I'd probably say Keita's better as a standard. But yeah, Ryan Fraser will be a great sign on a free. Wee man. Bournemouth, but I think Bournemouth will relegate next season, to be honest, because they'll get Ake will want to leave. Fraser will probably leave on a
Josh
free
King
to someone. So
Josh
again,
King and Callum Wilson, I think, will leave.
Well, Josh King is meant to be, rumoured to go to Man U.
And Dom Solanke,
He used to play for Man U.
They signed him, didn't they?
He's a flop, him.
The
Harry
thing
Wilson.
is with Dom Solanke is, I think he's a good footballer. I honestly don't think he was given enough opportunities at Liverpool. That's me being honest. I think he's a very good footballer.
Well, Harry Wilson as well. He'll be loaned back to
I
Liverpool.
don't think he's good enough, to be honest, Harry Wilson.
Not yet. He's still only like 22.
So could you
He's still got
see
time.
him in a potential Liverpool team? Honestly, be honest.
Probably not, but make him better to sell him for more. I think Harvey Elliott will get in before him, to be honest.
It's very good footballer, yeah.
Yeah, just need to sort that
To be
attitude
honest,
out.
I would say Ryan Kent is on the same level as Harry Wilson. And that Liverpool have just...
No, Harry Wilson's better.
Really?
I'd say. Kent's not even good.
I don't.
Kent is not
I
even
don't think
good.
Harry Wilson's
He's terrible.
good. I think he's just. I think he can take a decent free kick, but besides
He's
that,
very good technically.
I don't see much in him.
He's very good technically. But yeah. So to answer your question, Sucker, mate, we both do not think Everton will get top 4 in
I'll
the
be a
next
bit
5
tilted
years.
from that, so I am sorry, mate. But the truth hurts.
You will be
well,
tilted.
I mean, it's not the truth; it's an opinion. But as I say, I hope they prove me wrong, because I've a bit of family that are Everton fans, and passionate football club. I'd like to see them do well. So and I think the thing is, a lot of Everton hate Liverpool, but I think I know a lot of Liverpool fans wouldn't say this, but
I feel as though a lot of Liverpool fans actually like Everton, and the fact that
Well, I'm a Liverpool fan and I don't mind Everton. Just the Everton fans. Most of them, anyway.
I think it's just I think they know that Liverpool are levels above them, and they were originally the first team in Liverpool, so I think that's maybe where that's at.
Yeah, well, we don't want to get into that because we don't want to really trigger Everton fans, but so yeah, they're all 5 questions. If you've got any other questions you want us to answer in the next podcast, make sure to tweet us at crackinupod. All the links will be down below, and also if you want to leave them, if you don't have Twitter, you can leave them in the comments down below, and we'll cover them in the next episode. Also, if you want any guests on the next podcast, let us know if who you want on there.
Yeah,
and we can get them.
But
on.
yeah, like we said before, any questions, it can be. If you're having a bit of problems back at home with the missus or something, get it in. I'm not the most experienced, but at the end of the day, I'm a lad, and so are you, and we're just lads at the end of the day.
We just talk about anything. If you've got anything to talk about,
anything, if you've seen someone having an egg and cress sandwich and it's tilted you a bit, then get it in there. I mean,
yeah. Any questions?
Actually,
all these have been football based.
On that, I was saying to you before, I actually had a meal deal today. And I actually tweeted something out last night I actually want to bring up just in this podcast. I know it's not really related.
But your Twitter's on the screen.
Oh, is it? Nice. We'll check it out because I did actually put something on last night. And I hope people agree with this, right? Just a quick one. Should a ham and coleslaw sandwich be in a meal deal? What would you say on that, personally?
I don't like any of them, so leave yes or no in the comments down below. If you're still here, still listening, we'll know what you mean by yes or no.
So I think Sainsbury's have got a real chance there to take a level above Co-op. But yeah, that's at the end of the day. I'm a big ham and coleslaw fan. So
big meal deal fan.
Big meal deal fan. Well, I had one today. And always, boys, if you're listening, just a quick one. Always go pickled onion monster munch. That's it from me.
Innocent smooth.
You can't get no. If you're going to Tesco, you can get a bar. No.
If you get a meal deal, you've got to go the most expensive.
If you're getting a Tesco meal deal, you need to go for a naked blue, whatever it is, smoothie. And right, if you agree with that, put that down below, because if you know a bargain and you love a meal deal, that is what you get. I'm just putting that out there. So yeah.
Well, if you're listening on Spotify, we do appreciate it. If you're listening on YouTube, we do appreciate it as well. Make sure to follow. Again, all the links down below. They'll be all there. My socials and Miles' socials as well. We'll be back. I'm not sure what the full schedule's going to be, but we will have a schedule. Usually, all the other episodes were released on Sunday at 6:00, but we're not sure. This one's just before Premier League, so it's ready for that. But we'll let everyone know via Twitter what the new schedule will be and stuff like that. So make sure to follow us on there, follow us on Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, thanks everyone for listening.
And again, if you've got any questions, put them down below. We love you all.
Take care, everyone.
Enjoy the football. Goodbye.
Enjoy your football, lads. Take care, lads.